Well, I finally get my opportunity to take advantage of a moment to talk to particularly African American men. I want to address you mainly because I came from where you are, straight out of the hood. Didn't know how we were going to make it on many occasions, but we made it. It wasn't easy. It was hard. It was trying times. We were on welfare. It's the same thing. I don't need to go through the whole spiel because in reality, you already know. I made it out. Now, how did I make it out? I made it out because I wanted to make it to an age that they would consider us never making it. I just turned 50 and I did nothing for my birthday. Why? Because I was so grateful that I made it to an age that is literally unheard of for an African American male. Now, why am I doing this? Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I have a grave concern for my culture. Forget anybody else and everybody else, because when you expect other people to love you more than you love yourself, you are fooling only you. You have to love you first. And loving you first means you have to make whatever sacrifices without taking other people's lives while you're going down that road to reach your goal. I understand the situation. I know what we have to succumb on a daily basis. That's the only reason why I'm making this tape. I don't want to talk about police brutality. That has been around since day one. I don't even want to talk about slavery. We already know I am a history buff. I have studied the history. I know what other people have done to us. I don't need to be reminded about that, but what I need to remind you of is how you ought to be treating one another. I respect my brothers, man. I respect every African American. Well, first of all, I respect human beings in general. Let's start right there. So before I even get into the whole idea of what your culture is, I respect you because I believe in respecting other people, but I expect to receive the same thing. So when I keep seeing all of these news reports about what we're doing to one another, I know if you look on all of my pages, you'll see where I talk about Black Lives Matter. But if Black Lives Matter to you, when will we stop killing each other? Let me scratch that. When will you stop killing your own people, our own people? When will we start right there? It is deafening. And everybody want to use the excuse that there's no other way out. There is a way out more than you killing one another. Every day, mothers are crying, begging and pleading for you to find another way through. This is my public service announcement or cry out to the brethren. Stop it, man. Grab a hold of yourself and understand how much you value your life, if you still value your life, because I understand how hard life can be. Believe me. So this is a cry out to the brethren. I don't want to talk to nobody else. I know what it felt like to be on welfare and not even have a vehicle and have to catch the bus everywhere. And some days didn't know what we were going to eat, but my mother struggled hard to make ends meet. And one thing I did my entire life, I lived my life to make sure that my parents were proud with whomever I came out to be. So I tried to stay at my best level. I might have made a mistake here or there, but I always kept it in the back of my mind that my mother must be proud of me, that my father must be proud of me. If you don't put a leverage there, if you don't put some type of anchor to say, oh, when I get ready to move into this next phase, I've got to remember my mother. I got to remember my father. Again, You don't have to remind me that times are hard. I already know this. They are hard for everybody. But us killing each other, you pulling a gun on another brother, shooting him down, he pulling a knife on you, stabbing you to death, that has gotten us nowhere. As a matter of fact, it has kept us back. So I'm pleading with you, brethren. I understand. Look at me. I'm a black man, but I've struggled hard to try to make it in every level and has done okay. I'm not going to say that I've done excellent, but I guarantee you one thing. You can't say I've ever pulled a gun or a knife or cussed you out or told you how low down and trifling or nothing like that. I've always kept the utmost respect, because I believe if you want somebody to treat you a certain way, you've got to treat them a certain way. And we've got to get back to treating each other at least fair. When I was growing up, we didn't rob each other's houses. We didn't steal from one another like what's going on now today. We had a certain amount of respect. Again, going back to the fact of not wanting to disappoint my parents. Of course, I didn't want to disappoint God, but you don't even know how that, you can't even explain that whole situation. You can't even explain. So don't even try to explain that. But a mother and a father, and some of you may not even have had a mother or father. I found other people, a godfather, a nanny who literally loved me all the way through till her crossing over. A grandmother who reminded me of scripture if I just so happen to have forgotten. So this is my plea to us. I went to the Million Man March. I'm only trying to stand in between something that I know has gone too far. We have killed enough. It's time to stop. And I know you say, I don't know this Negro. But yeah, I don't say Negro. I don't use the other word. That's just my prerogative. I know what you're saying. But look at my skin, bruh. You see how dark it is? You don't have to ask the question. I'm straight out of the St. Thomas Project. Straight out of the 7th Ward of New Orleans. Straight out of the 9th Ward of New Orleans. LeMans Street. Hey, bro. All I'm trying to do is talk you into understanding that if we don't stop, we're going to be extinct. There won't be no more us. Other folk are already taking us out. We got that. Why are we helping them? Why are we helping them?